No, the child should go where the child is going to be nurtured the most. Meaning, not nurtured like in a
You
feminine
don't want
way.
to have that conversation this evening.
No, not nurtured in a feminine way, but pay attention to. Like if the books, the education, parent tutoring, the person's going to be able to give enough energy into molding the child. That's where the child needs to go.
Shan,
That's from an educator's standpoint.
You are a teacher, and you on this very podcast have complained about mothers' involvement in their children's academic activities. So I don't know.
I listen. I have complained about there being an imbalance. I didn't say so. I'm not telling you to get rid of the man. That's not what I'm saying at all. I'm saying for the most part, for the custodial parent, whoever, and when I say the custodial parent, I'm not always saying the woman, because sometimes men are better parents than a woman. I'm saying whoever, when you got two individuals there, whoever is the person who has the energy and the time, who wants to put that time into, that's where the key should go. It should not be forced. So whether that's the husband, the man, or the woman, because I've seen men who are better parents than I've seen women, and I've seen women who are parents. So it should be on an individual basis. You should be able to look at both, and it shouldn't be going in like automatically the woman. No. It should go in. Let me look at what you guys have got going on. Who is the person who's more responsible as it relates to the child, and moving forward from that point?
You know what? So I think in a perfect world, you'd be 100% correct. But we don't live in that world. And when we do that,
perfect, honey.
I told you, when we do that, we will start to create a world where people can tell lies on each other in order to get custody. I think it should be blanketed. I think a child should live with both of their parents mandated for separate parts of their lives. Infancy to 9 years old, preferably we want a 2-parent household. So let me make that clear.
Very clear.
Infancy to 9 years old, and then the dad gets them from 9 to 18.
I don't think that's fair. I think that they both should have joint custody.
No, they have joint custody and visitation, all of that. I'm talking about physical cut, like
that's what I'm talking about. 1 week on, 1 week off. Now, if the baby's breastfeeding, that's totally different. Okay, but out of that stage, I think that the parents should have they should be, so that kid can be comfortable with both parents.
No. I mean, that's still going on, but remember, the kid has a physical address. So 9 years at one physical address, and 9 years at another. The reason why I think that's important is because I think I was on Hamp's show and people were saying, shouldn't we give some accountability to the fathers if they're in the children's lives, but the children still turned out messed up? And I said, proximity plays a big role in a father's ability to influence his children. I feel like I'm an excellent father, but there's no way I could live across town and be home to make it to take my kids to all these activities and do all this stuff that I'm doing. The reason I'm able to influence them this way is because I'm here. Every behavior that they have that's bad, I correct it with immediate effect because I'm here to hear it. Right? So if we split, there's no way we can be that efficient. So there's no way I can teach them discipline while I'm at my house and they live with their mom. So 9 years in one, 9 years in the other. But we still do that stuff you were talking about.
I guess I just see, I don't know. First, you're right. If you're in a different state, obviously that's not something that you can do. But if you're in the same city, try your best to live as close as possible. Most of these cities are not even as big. Y'all think about these major cities. Most cities in the United States are not big like major cities. So they live in this proximity of each other. It's one big neighborhood. Shit.
That's true.
So with that being said, go get your kid. And listen, go to the basketball game, go to those practices, go, both of y'all, women and men, parent-teacher conference. There's no reason why you shouldn't know when your child has a doctor's appointment. There's no reason why you should know when you have a parent-teacher conference. All of those things, you need to be involved in all those things at all times. Pinpoint blank.
Ooh, you know what? When we say it, it's not that you're wrong. I agree with you. But what I've come to notice from watching so many people that are divorced and in co-parenting situations is that we can never make one-off absolute statements for their situations.
Mhm.
Those situations usually have bitterness, resentment, a lot of back and forth
Mhm.
in it because and what I really notice, and it's not
They become
supposed to be
enemies.
that way.
They
What
become enemies.
and what I really exactly what I really notice is that when a man tries to you cannot influence your children's lives without trying to implement some rules and control in their lives. So that can immediately cause a power struggle with the mom immediately. Because if you're going to put your foot down and you sometimes as a dad, I'm telling you, there's no way you can have a disagreement like a wholehearted disagreement with your baby mom where you do not have to put your foot down. You know something is going to hurt those kids. You cannot be casual about it. You can't really be caught. You have to be blunt. And when you have those blunt discussions with somebody you're not in a relationship with, we know that has a high likelihood of going south real quick. So that's why I'm like, damn, we can't just be like, be there for your kid. We hear all type of stories. You told me the practice was yesterday. What the hell? I showed up, that
Well,
type of stuff.
and that's the thing. That's what I'm saying, Mike. She shouldn't have to tell you to practice, period, because you're going to be at the meetings when everything that the kid is at, you're going to be there. Because as a T, listen to this. When you come set up your information at because information like parent stuff is online, is readily available to you. You're able to see orientation, show up at the orientation, make sure your name is on the information. You can do that. She doesn't have to do that. The problem is they use the woman as the secretary. And that's optional. Maybe you listen, especially if you don't have a baby mama who is like that. If you know what you're dealing with, you got to know you have to be more proactive. Unfortunately, you got that.
Agreed.
So unfortunately, you got that in the deal. So with that being said, you're gonna have to talk to the coach yourself. Hey, can I get a schedule? You're gonna have to talk to the teacher. Hey, can you call me? Include me on the email list. If there's anything that goes on with this kid, to contact them out, and you contact me as well.
So
those are things of conversations.
Let me say something about that. So even that part is not that easy. So obviously, I'm married. My children live with me, and I'm the one who works from home. My daughter was sick a couple of weeks ago. Caught a little flu bug that was going around. They keep calling my wife. Then I show up at the school, and I'm looking at the lady like, "Hey, anytime I'm the one that works from home. My wife works in the middle of Houston. She's never coming to pick them up." I said, "Please put a note in the system." And she kind of gave me this look like, is this one of those situations? And then she got sick again 2 days later, and they did the same thing. And then when I confronted the lady when I got there, she said, "Well, I don't, we are very sensitive about these systems. Mom usually gets called for." I'm like, "Yo, do you think I'm lying to you?"
No, you can put in the system. You can set, so when you make that statement, you can put in the system for it goes in order, but you place the order, right? It'll say, okay, contact bump, and they'll put your name first. I've had dads that come up first. I love talking to dads. Matter of fact, sometimes I look for daddies.
Yeah, I'm like, call me first, but she thinks it's sometimes they default to calling mom first just to be safe, or maybe I don't know
No,
what they got
sometimes they
going on. I was like, lady, call me first.
No, most of the time it's just being lazy. You call the first number that pops up.
Yeah.
Especially you judge kids like me. I'm calling the first number that pop up, and answer his phone. I got time for this.
It's never as easy on dads as we making it seem. So it's not only the mom that can make it hard on the dad, it's the community not knowing what state that y'all are in. Like, I don't want to be involved in that. Y'all be like that type of shit going on. So
let me say this: it's not gonna be easy. It's gonna be things it's not gonna be easy for you, and it's gonna be things that are not gonna be easy for her. They just have two different things that are not easy for them. So it's not going when you're not together and you're not married, it's not gonna be easy for none of y'all. It's gonna be an uncomfortable ride. So it's either you can get married or be uncomfortable. Pinpoint blank. It ain't about easy at this point. It's about making it happen. A lot of shit in the world ain't easy. It ain't easy to get that vagina, but you be still trying. You understand what I'm saying? So with that being said, I mean, sometimes it ain't easy. But Negroes go keep on trying, keep on keeping on.
It's biological.
You can't tell a man no on that. He ain't gonna give up, baby. Put some coochie at the end of that stick. Dangle it.
What are you drinking,
Put the
Shay? You
coochie
got
down 2024.
Listen, it is a Friday night.